Good evening all, and welcome to another video on Uil Glen Garioch. It's Sunday night, and Sunday night is a night for taking things slowly. And what better way to take a Sunday night slowly than with a nice Imperial Stout that is perhaps a little bit stronger, different than others. And yes, I realise I'm talking in a kind of strange voice. I don't know why, it's just happening. Maybe because it's the influence of a slow Sunday evening, I don't know. Anyway, the beer in question, it is from Holland. It is an Imperial Stout from Het Uiltje. It's this one, Meneer De Uil. So I completely and utterly forgot the name of it there for a split second. So yeah, Meneer De Uil. A Glen Garioch barrel aged Imperial Stout, and it's a 12.2% ABV impy stout of goodness. And from my previous experience of Het Uiltje, they do some amazing beer, truly amazing beer. Nothing more can be said. There's no other way of saying it. The beer that I've had so far has been absolutely stunning, from the collaborations with North Brewing for the Monster Triple IPA to the Sergeant Night Vision. That was fantastic. You know, two different ends of the spectrum in beer style. Of course, both of them were absolute monsters in terms of ABV. This one is no different. However, they say some beers beg the question, who's your daddy? Well, here at Uiltje, Meneer De Uil is our daddy, our oldest and finest Imperial Stout. Mr. Uil is aged slowly in whisky barrels hailing from the Scottish Highlands, and just like every good daddy, he's a complex character that smells of smoke and comes with all sorts of historical baggage attached to him. An emotional roller coaster of a stout with hints of chocolate, coffee and vanilla. Sip in front of a fireplace or a late summer barbecue pit, but by all means sip. And remember, next time someone asks, who's your daddy? You confidently reply, Mr. Owl's my daddy. Now, yeah, I like the humour. I love the humour. The beer is fun, and Uiltje make it amazingly fun. There was a video out there of a brewery tour. I think Beer Brothers is a page I follow on Facebook. They're a Dutch beer group, and they showed a video there of the head brewer, and do you know what? Just that little video makes me want to go and see the brewery and try more of the beer, because they make it look fun in every way, and that's what it should be. We should enjoy our beer. Anyway, I'm waffling, and the last little bit of info on the bottle says, fueled by mischief and a monomaniacal mission to brew fucking good beer. Sorry, Mum. We operate in the delirious fringes of hop culture, not craft, but crafty beer with a sharp, uncompromised tongue. From our medieval Dutch brew town Haarlem, we toy with the extremes, decoding beer with a hacker's lust for provocation. Daring beer from a tiny owl that thumbs his nose at the mindless masses. Welcome home, my friend. Welcome home. And there we are. That tells you everything you need to know about Uiltje. Yeah. They're a fun brewery, and if beer is not fun, we don't want to know. Let's crack her open, pour and enjoy. Here we are. So, being a stout, it is as black as the ace of spades. There we are. Let's get every last drop out of here, because at £7.50 a bottle, I want every last bit. There we are. Yes, it's £7.50 a bottle, 330ml of jet black goodness with about half a finger of tan coloured head, reasonably tight bubbles. But who cares about the bubbles? We want to know about the beer, right? So let's have a whiff. Boozy. Straight off the bat, boozy. Little bit of whiskey. A lot more whiskey. there's only one way to describe this. If you've ever heard of the term ASMR, that's the reaction I get whenever I smell a beer of this quality. Just that tingle that starts on the top of your head and just works its way down the back of your spine, and you get goosebumps. It's great. Whiskey, smoke, wood, malt, coffee, chocolate. There's a smorgasbord of flavours going on here. Oh, yeah. Now, I've not had much in the way of smoked beers, and I did have one from the Orkney, I think it was the Orkney Brewery. It was called Skull Splitter, and that was smoke on a big way, and I didn't enjoy it. And I was a little bit hesitant after I picked this up, being smoked, and I thought, but the aromas lead me to believe it's going to be amazing. Oh, I could sit and smell that forever, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to drink it. Let's have a little taste. Cheers. Oh, yes. That is divine. It's almost as if the beer gods have descended upon that little town of Haarlem and just gifted the brewers at Wiltshire with everything that they know, and given full control of the mind of the brewer to the brewer, because this is glorious. It is truly glorious. The barrel aging works, and it's subtle. It's not smashing you in the face and saying, hey, I'm a whiskey barrel aged stout, you know. It's subtle. It's there to complement the flavour, not override it. And the flavours that you get, the initial hit is sweet chocolate, and it mellows into coffee, like an Irish coffee. The whiskey that just kind of sits there behind the bitterness of the coffee. It's truly remarkable. And the aroma is boozy, the flavour not so much, and it's quite dangerous in that sense, because I could sit and neck this quite easily, but I'm not going to. I'm going to enjoy it. There is oodles of body. It's not quite as thick and cloying as, say, the Sergeant Night Vision. That I think was a little bit more molasses kind of thing going on, whereas in here it does coat the glass and it kind of sits there for a little bit, but it's not as heavy, and it works really, really. I know I said this about Sergeant Night Vision, but this is verging on the pinnacle of brewing. It really is. It just works, and works perfectly. The body complements the flavours. The flavours are subtle but complex. You know, every time it flows over a different little bit of your tongue, you get something else. So at the tip of your tongue, you get that whiskey, and as it flows towards the back of the tongue and over sort of the different taste buds at the side, you get the chocolate come through. It's marvellous. It's truly, truly marvellous. And of course there's the rich dark malt of a stout that is there. It goes without saying that is there. And the finish, a little bit dry. That's not a bad thing, by the way. It just is what it is. Oh, if ever there was an altar at which to bow to the beer gods, I know that this would be sitting upon that altar as one of the ornaments. It's truly amazing. Now, let's give it a score. Is there a point in me giving it a score? Because I think we know where we're going with this, don't we, boys and girls? Would I buy it again? Damn right I'd buy it again. Where could I buy more? And how do I replace my blood with it, you know? It's that good. It's of course, I bought it from Otter's Tears in Burslem in Stoke-on-Trent, by the way. But I'm sure you can buy it direct from Wiltshire. But that's just where I buy my beer most of the time. I'm not even going to tell you my reasons for giving it a score, because the initial reaction, the head going back, the ASMR kind of reaction, tells you everything you need to know, because it's going to be a 5. If I could score it greater, I would. Untapped really kind of needs that golden buzzer kind of that you can press when you find a beer that is just that good, that 5 just isn't good enough, and you need to elevate it and let the world know just how good it is. And I think I'd use the buzzer on this beer. Yes, I would. I need to get to Holland. I really do. Might just try and convince the missus that instead of a nice tropical beach holiday, we need to go to Haarlem. And yeah, we just happened to drop in the brewery for a tour and a session of beers. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, before I waffle anymore and gush like a fanboy, I'm going to take one more sip and close out this video and say simply this: if you like stout, if you like barrel aged stout, if you like subtle whiskey flavours over a complex layer of coffee, chocolate, vanilla, rich dark malts, then absolutely, without question of a doubt, before you shuffle off the mortal coil, you really do need to try a bottle of Meneer De Uil, because it will change your life. It's life affirming, it's life changing, it's incredible. Thank you for watching, ladies and gents. This has been Meneer De Uil from Het Uiltje. I've been Nick, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye.